culture and very difficult to find a very accomplished martial artist. And after that, I needed a certain character, like a female martial artist, which is even more difficult for the obvious reason. And then, martial art as a subject itself is very rarely taken up. Most of the time, when we see action in films, there is VFX work, there is CG, there is dupes, and there is, clever editing, which most of the time the actors actually don't know martial arts. Whereas Pooja is actually a real martial artist. She is a Taekwondo champion. She's been working in martial arts, practicing since the age of 12 or maybe lesser. And then I got her trained in what's called Jeet Kundo, which is founded by Bruce Lee himself. So it is that underlying thing which I thought will make a very, very difference in the visual aspect of when you see a fight. And every fight in this film is basically something she can do herself. There's absolutely, like I said, no VFX or dupes used. And there is a very kind of a strange love story involved. Like when she's in love with Bruce Lee, obviously the spirit of Bruce Lee, and the boy is in love with her. So there's a triangle of that set against the martial arts. I just want to introduce the basic concept of the film, and once we finished test footage and I sent it to China, it's a production company, and they were so impressed with whatever they saw, and they came down, and I was surprised myself because China is the mother of martial arts. Everybody from Bruce Lee to Jackie Chan to Donnie and everyone came from there. In spite of that, they thought Pooja was incredible. So that is when it became an Indo-Chinese production, and now it is releasing in China on the same day, on July 15th, in more than 40,000 screens. So I think it's an accomplishment. Whatever we had is in terms of what I started my journey as a Bruce Lee fan to me making a film on Bruce Lee, and that releasing in the home place of Bruce Lee, which is China. I would like you to show a video of India meets China. Yeah.
I'm sorry guys, we were late. We lost Sir's bag, and then after a lot of drama, we finally reached here. But let's talk about the real drama. How did you guys like the trailer? It was good?
Super.
Come on, some noise. Okay, so hi everyone, namaskara. I'm Pooja Bhalekar, the Hudugi. I guess I'm pronouncing the word rightly. Let me tell you something about myself. I started my journey as a as a yoga student, and after some time, I saw a couple of kids performing very interesting moves on my school ground, and I went ahead and asked that coach that so what is this sport that you're teaching? So he said that this is self-defense. We call it taekwondo. So I went ahead, I told my family that I want to join this martial arts class, and I started from a very small tournaments, district level, state level, and then on national level. And I have represented India in Asian Games and many more international tournaments, and I've received a lifetime achievement award from the Maharashtra government, and I'm a second dan black belt and I have 14 years of experience in Taekwondo. So after all this, I got a call from Sir's office that he's looking for a girl who can perform martial arts. So I went ahead with my dad and met Sir at his Mumbai office and gave him a small demo of whatever I could learn of all these years. So Sir was very happy with the performance, and he said that I've been looking for a girl past a year and maybe more than that, and I think that search has ended when I met you. So that moment was very special in my life, and I'm very grateful that I've got opportunity to work with RGV Sir. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee, and I'm a huge fan of RGV sir. So I have two gurus in my life that I look up to and follow their lifestyle and the way of thinking. So I'm really excited, and I'm really happy that like he's finally releasing on July 15th. So I invite everybody to come to the theaters and watch this wonderful film. I'm sure everyone will love it.
I mean, harassed and whatever. So the self-defense aspect of even a woman, if she is determined, how strong she can become is my point. Yeah.
And there is a mistake in Kannada version. Hudugi title, we have this tagline, Enter the Girl Dragon.
Yeah.
There is a spelling mistake. Please get it corrected.
Enter the Girl Dragon has a spelling mistake.
In Kannada version.
The
Please get it corrected.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
This movie started before the Galvan Valley incident or after the incident?
No, Gangan incident happened just, I think, recently, no?
2020 May.
Okay. But
After that, Indo-China, there are...
actually, you're talking about that. Sorry, just got missed. Yeah. It started much before, actually, 2019, beginning.
Were there any problems when you went to China?
No, not really. I think those problems are primarily more political and more kind of bilateral issues. Most of the time, the trade was going as it is, and even the COVID time, there was a lot of cooperation between the countries. And this film's subject matter is not about relationship between the countries and what we think or what they think. It's more to do with a homage to Bruce Lee, who's an international figure.
This Chinese association happened well before shoot or after the shoot?
Yeah, well before. Yeah.
During all this shooting, are there any dupes used or it's completely...
No, absolutely it is Pooja's own stunts, because that was one of my maybe the most important requirement I had, because I didn't want to use normal feature film techniques of using dupes and VFX and creating body doubles and all that. Since she's a very proficient martial artist herself, there was no need to use dupes, and that's also the requirement.
The Bruce Lee fan film, is a Bruce Lee fan film,
I'm not sure I understood the question. This is,
fan.
yeah, she's playing a Bruce Lee fan in the film. Yeah. She's like a Ekalavya Shisha, like, yeah.
It would have become an Hollywood movie, right? With so much of effort put in.
Yeah.
It would have become...
Yeah, I mean, I think, see, the one main reason, because in India, have you never seen an Indian face actually in a martial art kind of, a very proper martial art film, And since Bruce Lee as a concept itself is well known, which is the reason why it is having such a wide release in China in 40,000 screens. So I think more or less it will be taken step by step in stages to every country.
In China, it is released in Chinese language only?
I think they're doing both in Chinese language and also dubbed with subtitles.
Suppose Bruce Lee unnite, so choice meeri, you will love Bruce Lee.
That's a beautiful question actually. Yeah? He's saying if Bruce Lee was alive, would you make the film with him or you? I honestly think I'll make it with Pooja, because maybe I like women more than men. Or probably with both of them as hero and heroine.
Okay. That's it. అంటే మాస్టర్ ఆర్ట్స్ ఈ సినిమా కోసమే నేర్చుకునిందా లేదంటే
No, she was originally a martial artist. Her basic training was in Taekwondo, almost for more than 14 years before I met her. Almost like a school. From school she was practicing martial arts and yoga.
On what basis you call this movie as the first martial arts movie of India?
Yeah,
Because
I call it
we
that,
have a Bollywood movie in 1983 which was named Karate.
Yeah.
and Vidyut Jamwal, Tiger Shroff. We have many
Correct.
stars who know martial arts. And
Yeah.
yes.
See, stars knowing martial arts is very different from a martial artist becoming an actor. The point is, none of them ever took place in tournaments. They were not a part of the martial arts, whatever
Vidyut Jamwal
community.
was a glorified too.
No, I am not saying no to that. That is one part. Let me finish the answer. Second part is, most of them they use lot of wire work. They do stunts, going up in the air and things which no human being can actually do, because that is one kind of an action film. Whereas Bruce Lee is the only martial artist who always did something realistic, only what he can do and what you see it in real life, which is the reason I'm calling it the first martial art, because without taking the help of cinematic techniques and cinematic appliances, which is the reason I'm saying that.
After 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Does that affect you professionally? Because some of the your tweets have been created controversies and all about president candidate Draupadi Murmu.
Yeah.
Before that, about Pawan Kalyan.
See, first of all, I think this post 8 p.m. is a misnomer, because I put tweets all time. One, just because I'm openly say that I drink vodka, they think it is that. Because actually, when I'm not having vodka, I'm more dangerous. Only that happens at that time because I'm done for I'm done with my work for the day, and also I kind of update myself about what's happening at that time, so which is the reason sometimes it happens post 8 and not because of anything else. And with regard to what I tweet, I mean, as a free citizen of the country, I have my observations and comments to make on anything which is in the public domain, and which I exercise that right. Yeah. I don't think it's South industry as a label. I would think it's more KGF 2 has done that actually. The Kannada film KGF 2 is not supposed to be generalized as a South film. I think South film taking over North is a misnomer, because South, I think between the 4 languages or 5 languages we have in the South, we make nearly 1,000 films a year, out of which you're only talking about 4 to 5 films which made a mark, And but the point is the unexpectedness of a Kannada film becoming the biggest hit of all time in Indian cinema history. So KGF 2 is almost like a ghost now on top of Bollywood, It is hovering over the thing, and yeah. So I think I wouldn't like to use the word North and South. I think it's about films which make the difference. A particular individual film, no matter which language it comes from, is what which makes the difference. This film? No. Because it's been primarily shot in Hindi.
You have been doing promotions in India and China. So, what was the response from Chinese to the movie?
See, China has got fantastic response, which is the reason why it is releasing in 40,000 screens here.
Maybe highest for an Indian movie.
For Indian film, yes, definitely. The highest. And also I think for a debut actor, this could be the first time in the world a film is being releasing in so many screens.
Female audience.
My feeling is women will like this film more because women love to see men being beaten. I think. The fact that she's laughing is endorsing the point.
Actually, given the number of the speed at which you make movies, sometimes they are termed as experiments gone wrong. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, first of all, there is no connection with the speed and the way the film turns out. See, the longest time I've taken in my life to make a film, and the most expensive film also, is probably Aag, and that is the biggest flop of my career. So I don't think there's any relation. And I took the shortest time to make a film, and without any script in hand, is Satya. So I don't think there's a correlation at all. Yeah.
Somebody who introduced a lot of people in the industry, and the pathbreaker, the reputation was of that. Currently, what do you think is your kind of a status, or how do you see yourself as somebody in the film industry?
I mean, first of all, I got nothing to do with the film industry. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an individualistic filmmaker. I make the kind of films I'm excited about. So I don't have any relationship to the film industry or to society or as such. Under the law of the land, whatever I'm wanting to do, how I want to live my life, and what I want to make, and what I want to say, I will do that. No, it is going to release next month. Yeah.
So you will continue to do experimental films, or you are planning to
I
do
don't know if it can be called experimental. We'll continue to do films because I think making the same kind of film all the time, that is more experimental than trying to make different films. I made some film for a certain channel, and COVID time I had just a channel for short films, like under 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Otherwise, I don't have anything.
And what was the result of that? Do you think
The result was very good because, but that can't be taken as a business model because of the unusual times of lockdowns and all that. So that can't be really taken as a very specific workable model. But that can happen once in a while. It is just one more device that you have.
How the COVID pandemic impacted to RGB as a film?
I mean, it gave more stories. Yeah.
I feel that my preparation for this film was not just for 2-3 years. My entire life has been a preparation for this film. When I met sir and we started shooting, so one thing was
Really?
coming in my head again and again, and in my heart that that I was born to do this film. And that's why this film is very special for me because it's my debut film in India and in China. So it's like a dream come true for any actor to to be associated with sir. And I mean, the film is getting released on such a huge level, so that was really something very special.
Do you want to explore more regarding the genre, or you will stick to the action sequences and all?
I would love to do more action films, like at least earlier in my career. After that, I really love action sci-fi films. So somewhere, if I get to work in a sci-fi film, that will be really great. Fortunately, that have not happened with me yet. But there was one incident that I would want to mention, that I was going somewhere with my mother, and some guy, he was on the bike and he commented something on my mother. So I started running behind him and I almost caught him, but he he ran away. So that didn't happen, and I wish that थोड़ा चांस मिलता उसको बीट करने का. तो जो भी भड़ास थी मेरी टू बीट अ बैड गाय, वो मैंने पूरा फिल्म में वो भड़ास अपनी निकाल दी. एंड काफ़ी फन आया टू फाइट विथ goons. Yeah.
As a martial artist, how important do you think for girls to learn martial arts or defense?
It's very important, and that is the message we are trying to send in the society, that how important it is in these days, because we are seeing so many criminal cases happening against women. So it's like that sense of awareness should be there. I'm not just saying you should join martial arts, but any kind of sport activity will give you that strength to lead a healthy life and do something different. Because if something unfortunate happens in your life, in any girl's life, then I think you should be able to protect yourself. I think I was not worried at all that what I'm going to wear in the film, because when we were planning the entire shoot of the action sequences, we gave it a really deep thought ki what kind of a clothes I should wear, whether it should be a sari or a bikini or jeans. So we have tried to cover all the different costumes to represent different type of women in the society. We see some ladies wear sari, some wear jeans. So when sir told me that there's this idea that he has in his mind, that it will be very unique if a girl fights in a bikini, because we see a lot of heroines just coming out of water wearing bikini and doing poses. So this will be something unique if we pull it off nicely. So that thought really intrigued me, and I immediately said yes, that sir, I'll do this. This sounds really amazing. I mean, we can do something new in all this time. So according to that, I already started working on my body when we started the shoot. So I was like, why not? I've been working really hard on this body, and to look in a certain way. So I would love to proudly show what I have achieved with my figure and with my physique, and that everybody's doing it. Every guy is doing this out there in the industry. All the action heroes and all kind of guys, they're just taking off their t-shirts and showing off their abs. So why, when a girl does it, we ask a lot of questions or term it as a bold and sexy scenes. I think we should just give that freedom, because the society, when society says that we should give education to women, so I think वहाँ तक सीमित नहीं है. There is more to that, not just giving not just giving the education part, but there should be equal rights. There should be equal freedom of like what she wants to wear, she will wear. What she wants to do in her life, whatever she wants to achieve, she will achieve. So that motto was there in my mind, that I don't care what society says about my clothes or what I'm doing or what kind of films I will choose in my future. I will do what my heart says, and what is right for me. I think we are trying to inspire as many girls as possible, young and no matter what age they are. Whoever wants to join martial arts, I will tell them to go ahead and do it. And for those who can't join it, I think they can also protect themselves. They just need to listen themselves, and that fire is in every woman. So just if something like this happens in your life, just use that willpower and protect yourself. Absolutely, in a lot of ways, not just in martial arts. I think the way I've portrayed my character, she's very strong woman, very independent woman. She does what she thinks is right. She takes the decision according to what her guru Bruce Lee used to say in his philosophy. So I think in a lot of ways girls will get inspired. I think guys too will get inspired. Thought that I'll enter this industry. I always wanted to represent India in Olympics and win a lot of gold medals, but unfortunately that didn't happen. When I received my state award in 2014, my dad wanted me to join a government job, but I think God had some different plans for me, and I got a call from sir's office, and my life just changed.
Similarities is there.
See, to start with, my first answer is I think I'll always be in Rangila hangover, one point, forever. And second is I think that is how I would like to see a woman. That's my vision as a filmmaker. But I think, having said that, the difference between Rangila and this is very stark, because Rangila there's about dancing, about about showing off body. Here I think the fighting skill which you normally associate with the man to see in a woman, and to see the body in that context, is a very, very different visual experience. Yeah. When you watch recent times.
We are expecting from you like Shiva Rangila type of movies, not like.
Yeah.
Okay.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿದೆ ಉಪೇಂದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ.
Yeah, that will take maybe sometime in September. Yeah, September.